Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions. Check out our partners in the description. Startup Podcast PH is a top-scale innovation hub and we're interviewing Drive Manila, PH largest peer-to-peer car rental community, and we have its founder, Mike Miranda. Hello, kamusta?
Hello!
Yan, grabe. I'm very excited. Andito na naman tayo sa Upscale Innovation Hub and we're interviewing another incubating actually nung UP Enterprise pa, no? So,
Yeah.
ang medyo branding ni Upscale. But it's the same naman, ano? It's the same, kumbaga, it's the same system here. Ano? But, ayun, wag na natin patagalin pa, Sir Mike. Ano? So, ano nga ba ang Drive Manila?
Hey, Jan, thanks for having me here first. So let me introduce you to Drive Manila. So si Drive Manila is a peer-to-peer car rental community. So it's the biggest in the Philippines. And we started way back in 2018. So around the summer of 2018 when we started. So we are operating here in Metro Manila, and actually we have a lot of cars, including yung mga nearby provinces. So yan yung business ni Drive Manila.
Ayun, so grabe, no? Largest car rental community here in Manila and I think in the Philippines. Now, actually, medyo possible na rin talaga yung parang people, of course, people can buy cars, buy their own. Pero uso na rin ngayon yung pag-rent ng car na hindi mo lang bumili, but you can actually, for example, short-term use lang, you can actually rent and use dito. But pwede pa explain itong phenomenon na ito, sir? Ano? So, bakit nga ba umuuso or sumisikat ang car rental? Para ano ba yung, first, why do people rent cars instead of maybe buying? And then second, how exactly are you parang solving the challenge for renting cars for the people?
So si Drive Manila is a peer-to-peer car rental community. So when we say peer-to-peer, si Drive Manila doesn't own any car. So the company itself doesn't have any cars. Instead, yung mga partners ang merong mga sasakyan and sila yung nagpaparent ng sasakyan nila. So malaking tulong ito sa mga may-ari ng sasakyan kasi most of the time, idle lang nasa garahe lang yung mga kotse and hindi naman nagagamit. So ngayon, meron silang way para kumita ng extra para mapagamit or maparent yung kotse nila and in return they get rentals. So yon. Pangalawa, I think it's very important kasi instead of sobrang daming sasakyan sa kalsada na nagko-cause pa ng traffic, it's better na we do sharing ng mga sasakyan. So para less carbon emission and also lesser traffic, 'di ba? Kung mag-sharing tayo ng sasakyan. And also, I think pangatlo yung isa sa pinakamalaking contribution is para sa mga balikbayan na OFW, instead na bibili ka pa ng kotse, 'di ba usually hindi ka naman mag-i-stay ng more than a month 'pag magbabakasyon ka sa Pilipinas. So, wag ka nang bumili ng sasakyan. Might as well mag-rent ka na lang kasi si Drive Manila, we have all types of cars from small cars, mga Wigo, hanggang malalaking SUV and vans. So, we have that in our fleet. So, 'di ba mas tipid kaysa gumastos ka bumili ka ng isang kotse tapos hindi mo naman gagamitin.
Okay, actually, two sides pala ito, no? I mean, of course, it's a car rental. So, two sides ito. May nagpapa-rent and may nag-rent. And both of these sides, meron kayong, kumbaga, you're easing up the problem for both sides. Ano? Yung sa mga may kotse, basically, para yun nga, para when they're not using their cars, they can be used and may kita pa sila. And tama yung sinabi mo, Sir Mike, about the traffic and about the parking. Parking pala actually. So, if somehow, no, if ang nangyayari kasi ang daming kotse at ang daming naka-park, pero ang dami din naman dun na parang idle lang, ano.
Yeah.
So, kung somehow ma-maximize yung utility ng bawat kotse, less na yung kailangang bilhin, less na yung kailangang naka-park diyan. So,
Correct.
somehow makakaluwag-luwag tayo sa Manila. And second, ang ganda rin sabi ni Sir Mike about dun sa ano, yung sa mga balikbayan na hindi naman mag-stay naman talaga sa Pilipinas. Kumbaga, there's no need for them to buy a car.
Yeah.
They just rent. Kasi for example, ako actually, kakauwi ko lang this year. and medyo may balak ako umalis ulit. So 1 year lang ako sa Philippines. Kaysa bumili pa ako ng kotse na maybe magda-down ako for like 10 years, 20 years, ta's after ko umalis di ko naman magagamit, 'di ba? So while I'm here, maybe I can rent na lang muna din,
Yeah, I think that's the best strategy na gawin ng mga balikbayan. And we have a lot of regular clients coming from the Middle East, US, Canada, and Europe. So, marami kaming mga balikbayan and OFWs na regular subscribers ng
Oo.
Drive Manila na yun nga yung sila na mismo ang nagsabi na dito kami bibili ng kotse.
Yeah,
Magre-rent na lang kami kasi 3 weeks, 1 month lang naman kami diyan, eh, ta's balik na ulit, eh.
yeah.
So, usually around during this time, papasok na yung Christmas season, yung
Hmm.
holidays, 'yan, influx na ulit ng ano, ng mga bakasyonista, mga balikbayan. So, 'yan, marami na ulit silang nagre-rent sa Drive Manila.
Yeah, true. Tsaka usually mga balikbayan na ito, some of them live in not in Manila. So 'pag lalabas sila ng Manila, they can use the car to drive outside Manila din,
Yeah,
like
and
to their province.
yeah, and yan din isang sino-solve namin na problem kasi dati, so kung magre-rent ka ng sasakyan sa Metro Manila, hahanap ka ng magpapa-rent. Kung uuwi ka sa Bulacan, kunyari ba kami maraming mga OFW na taga Bulacan, eh. Maghahanap na naman sila doon ng ano, ng rerentahan na ano, taga Bulacan naman. So si Drive Manila, so may mga sasakyan kami sa Metro Manila, may mga kotse din kami sa Bulacan, hindi na nila kailangan maghanap ng ibang supplier. Si Drive na mismo yung magsusupply. Tapos minsan, ipapa-deliver nila sa airport, dun na sa Bulacan kukunin yung kotse. So, pwede yung gano'n.
Oh. Oh, tsaka ano, ang maganda rin sa sinabi mo, Sir Mike, kasi ang problem nga minsan dati kung nung wala pang like tech-based and online-based na maghahanap ng mga car rental, magtatanong-tanong ka lang or hanap ka ng mga nakapaskil na nagpapa-rent ng van or ng kotse, medyo mahirap yun ano. Ang ganda nito, may parang platform na or may community na where kung naghahanap ka ng marerentang car or vehicle and may tao diyan, taga Bulacan or taga Manila na gusto na may car na hindi ginagamit, you can meet and you can talk ano. So,
Yes.
talking about that sir, puwede pa-explain kung paano nga ba nagwo-work itong community and itong platform for peer-to-peer car rental. So, paano nga ba siya or first of all ako, paano nga ba ako magre-rent ng car sa Drive Manila?
So, it's very easy. Actually, we somehow shifted our strategy, because when we launched in 2019, we launched with an app. And then we got hit by the pandemic. During that time, zero talaga, eh, bawal bumiyahe, 'di ba? We had a lot of lockdowns and all. So, and during those times, we had to pivot the business, because maraming kaming mga partners na umaasa dun sa pagpapa-rent ng sasakyan. So, just to share, in 2020, probably around 3 weeks after the first lockdown, we immediately pivoted to Drive Groceries. We created an online store para makapag-grocery yung mga partner and sila na rin ang magde-deliver ng mga pagkain. Kasi nga lockdown, eh, bawal lumabas. So somehow, natulungan namin ulit yung mga partners namin na kumita through the groceries. But eventually, after the lockdowns, nung wala ng lockdown, we pivoted back to the bread and butter of Drive Manila, which is the car rental business. So yun. But during the pandemic, we had to stop the mobile app, eh. Kasi hindi mo magamit ngayon. Then we shifted to a web app ng Drive Groceries. Now, currently, we're renovating the mobile app and hopefully we should be able to launch early next year. So currently, lahat ng bookings ngayon happen online via Facebook page. So,
Message lang ganun.
yes, magme-message lang sa Facebook page ni Drive Manila. That's at facebook.com/Drive Manila PH. So, we have customer service there. So, we're open probably around 5 in the morning hanggang 12 midnight. We have customer service who support our international market. We have global clients kasi not just here in the in the Philippines eh. Kaya we have to extend our customer service time ng mas mahaba. We have a lot of clients sa ibang time zones like in Middle East, US and Canada. So we have to really be more flexible with our time.
These are the balikbayan sa ano. So parang before they go to the Philippines, nagpaplano na sila na
Yeah.
they'll rent for and for example, how do they ask? So parang when they message you, they will say ito yung duration of my stay sa Philippines and then ito yung klase ng kotse na gusto ko. Parang ganun ba? Parang what exactly can they ask? And how exactly can you give what they ask?
Yeah, so pag nag-message sila sa Facebook page ni Drive Manila, we usually share a catalog. We have a catalog there where they can choose from. And then from there, they'll share with us, okay, for example, gusto nila ng van for their family. So sabi nila, I need this on December 15 hanggang end of December. Mga January 2 ko na yun isosole. So, we'll try to find out kung saan sila, which terminal ng airport, kung gusto nila sa airport ipa-deliver, and then kung saan din nila i-return yung sasakyan, pwede rin sa airport na rin nila i-return. And then from there, we check the availability of a vehicle, and kung available naman yung sasakyan, then we book it. So, dun na rin sa customer service will support them with their booking and they can pay either cash or credit card, pwede din.
Oh, actually sobrang ganda nung nasa airport na. Para paglapag nila hindi na nga nila kailangan mag-taxi or kumbaga kung anong app, andun na yung kotseng
Yeah.
hihiramin nila.
Yeah.
Paano yung dinadala dun? I mean, you have your team, kumbaga you have the customer service team na magdadala ko doon 'no?
No, the partner itself na yung magdadala. So sila na dun ang magde-deliver sa airport.
Oh, and speaking about those partners, so you have the catalog ano, how first of all, how did you create that catalog and paano naman siya nagwo-work on that site na parang, so naka-standby lang sila if may magre-rent ng car nila. So how do you for example, once, balikbayan or once someone wants to rent, so ano naman nangyayari sa back end? Paano kayo hahanap exactly nung car na match for them and paano nangyayari yung usapan?
Once alam na ni customer service yung details nung renter, we have chat groups naman with our partners. So and then we check with them and we have automated system naman eh. So we can check kung ano yung mga kotseng available. So isa-search lang namin yan sa database namin. And then makikita namin kung available ba 'tong van na 'to? Coding ba 'to? Baka tamaan yung coding, things like that. So meron naman kaming system internally to check yung availability. And once available, we just need to confirm with the partner na available nga yung unit nila and they are willing to rent it out with the client.
Interesting. So basically ito yung system ni Drive Manila, ito yung mga magre-rent, so they will message and I think later you will relaunch the app, so pwedeng sa app na rin, but for now sa Facebook mag-message, so they will message, then you will match, you will do some matching, you will search in the database, you will connect with the partner,
Yeah.
may-ari ng kotse, and then magkakaroon na rin ng communication between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how about the ano naman sir? So if for example may kotse ako that I want to be put dun sa catalog ninyo 'no, if I want to rent it out. So how does that work naman?
So we have a onboarding process as we call it. So you have to submit some requirements or documents about your car, like pictures and the mga ORCR and insurance and all. So we do all of the onboarding online. So hindi mo na kailangan before kasi dito kami sa upscale nag-onboarding eh. But since nung pandemic, we just need to do it online. So everything can be submitted naman online, mga pictures ng kotse, pictures ng insurance mo and all. The only thing na kailangan lang ng presence ng partner is pag magkakabit kami ng GPS or yung mga trackers namin.
Meron?
Yeah, so all our cars have GPS for security and our renters know that. na our cars are secure.
Hindi pa ka nga naman nakauwi yung kotse.
Yeah, so isa yun sa mga risk that we are covering. So, if they don't have GPS, we'll install that here. And so, yun.
Ano pa ng pricing na 'to, sir? Baka may interesado diyan na nakikinig na balikbayan or someone in the Philippines na gusto mag-rent. So, papaano yung parang pricing nito?
Yeah, so we actually have the cheapest in the market. So we have manual cars and we have automatic cars. Mas mura yung manual cars kaysa sa mga automatic. And yung mga legacy cars natin medyo mas mura. These are cars na 6-year-old to 10 years old. So, like yung Wigo, which is the smallest car that we have, manual. So you can rent it for only 1,500 pesos in one day. So for one whole day, 24 hours, yun,
Pwede?
yun lang, 1,500 lang. Basta parang kamang manual. Yun. And then, yung pinaka mostly rented is yung mga sedans, mga Vios yan. So, merong 1,980, merong 2,040.
Yung pricing, sino nagsasabi? You or yung may-ari din? Or
So
both?
si Drive Manila ang nagse-set ng pricing. So we have a pricing model. So we have a team who does the modeling for the price. And it runs across all of the variants ng lahat ng sasakyan.
Yeah, and can I know pala, Sir Mike, yung mga variants? Ano ba yung parang range lang? Para lang, if ever man may interesado dyan, so they can plan now.
So lahat from hatch na yung maliliit na mga Wigo, and then we have sedans, ito yung mga Vios, and then we have, ito yung uso ngayon, mga crossover eh. So yung may mga sunroof, pero 5-seater din siya, mas malaki siya sa sedan, pero smaller than an SUV. So we have 7-seaters naman, yung mga AUV, ito na yung mga Innova. Mga yan, yung mga expander, yung mga yan. And then we have SUVs, mga Fortuner, Montero, and then vans na yung sunod after ng mga SUV. This can carry 8 up to 16 packs yung mga van namin.
And by the way, so, because the name is Drive Manila, no? Pero hindi na naman ito enclosed sa Manila. You can, once you rent a car, you can actually take it anywhere ba in the Philippines?
Yes. So anywhere sa mainland Luzon.
Okay.
So currently right now we don't allow our cars to be ro-ro.
Lolo.
Yeah. So because eventually what we want to happen in the future is we'll have drive in all of the islands.
Yes.
So we'll have, although naka-focus lang si Drive Manila ngayon sa Mega Manila, but the future plans is to also expand in Cebu, Davao, and all of the islands in the Philippines. So you'll have Drive Manila, we have Drive Cebu,
Oh.
Drive Davao.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter.
Interesting. Actually, ang ganda nun, no? Tsaka ang ganda din ng idea na pagkababa mong airport, meron ka ng kotse and you can go to your province, maybe in Bulacan, Pampanga, or maybe in
Yes.
Panga.
Yeah.
If taga Davao ka naman, so lapag ka airport sa Davao, you get the car and drive ka maybe Tagum or whatever
Yep.
in wherever city
Yeah.
outside the metro.
Yeah.
So that's super interesting. Ayun, grabe. Actually, I'm super, kumbaga, amazed din na may working na peer-to-peer car rental community in Manila and nag-expand pa, ano. But can we know the stories behind, Sir Mike? So, you're an incubatee dito sa Upscale. Pero bago pa nito, paano mo nga ba naisip yung parang idea or why did you in the first place want to start a startup? Or why did you want to, in the first place, want to make a car rental platform and community?
Okay, so I think before kasi, so mahilig ako maglakotsa. So, nung mga noon, wala pa akong sasakyan and so naghahanap ako ng ng mga marerentahan ng sasakyan. And gano'n nga yung experience ko, eh. So, kung kunyari nasa Pangasinan ako minsan sa province, ay hirap humanap ng ng marerentahan na sasakyan. Tapos gano'n din 'pag nag-travel naman ako sa Cavite, hahanap na naman ako ng ng ibang supplier ng renta. And nasanay na kasi mas masarap kasi maglakawatsa kapag nagda-drive ka, eh, sarili mong oras. So, sabi ko, this is one problem na I think puwedeng i-solve. So, that's why I said, why not create a car rental community wherein makakatulong na tayo sa mga car owners na kumita. At the same time, maso-solve natin yung problema ng fragmented na car rental sa Pilipinas. So, para one brand na lang that will run across all of the islands. So, powered by the car owners itself.
But even before, Sir Mike, ano yung parang background din yun? Kasi, I mean, you also have to have like a parang entrepreneurial mindset to start this. So, can I know your background?
Yeah, so before this, I've been in the BPO industry for more than 13 years. So, high in technology yung background ko. So, ang background ko kasi computer science from UP Los Baños.
Oh.
And I worked for big companies like Google and Microsoft. So, talagang tech talaga yung gusto ko. And I know na yung tech yung magso-solve ng maraming problema natin. So that's why I created this startup. So to focus on how the technology can help and how we can create communities to help both sides, yung mga nagre-rent at saka yung car owners.
Pero how is the transition? Kasi I mean you work in the corporate world somehow na medyo iba yung setup when you're working there kaysa when you have a startup, you're starting your own business. So kamusta yung transition na yun? Kasi sometimes it requires a great leap of faith and courage din. So kamusta yun?
It's very hard kasi being an entrepreneur itself is very hard. We know that more than probably 99% of businesses will fail. And that's true. So, sa akin no choice ako eh. To really make it work because so right now I have my own family.
Okay, but are you doing this full time now? I mean,
Yes, I'm doing this full time since 2018.
oh,
Since we started. So this is my full-time work. If this fails, so my family will be my wife will be angry at me, and we have 3 kids. So I really need to make this work. I think this is gonna work, and this is actually working. Although there are some ups and downs, just like any other business, like seasonality. 'Di ba lately, lalakas ng bagyo. So usually if there are typhoons, medyo the volume really goes down. So yan yung mga challenges na na-experience namin. But rule of average, Pasko naman na. So ito naman na yung pinaka peak of all peak seasons ng car rental. So papasok na yung Q4 which is actually October, November, December.
yeah.
Marami na actually nagbo-book
Very fun.
ngayon. Yeah, and usually before December 1, we're fully booked.
Oh,
So lahat ng sasakyan namin for the last 3 or 4 years na we've been operating, fully booked na yan ng December 1.
interesting season.
That's why we are advising all balikbayans and OFWs, agahan niyo pong magpa-reserve kasi kapag December na po kayo magpapa-reserve, wala na po kayong abot ng sasakyan.
Mag-book na kayo. Pagka-release ng episode na to, mag-book na kayo ng kotse sa Drive Money.
Yeah.
Continuing the story, Sir Mike, so 2018 you started
Yes.
this. So paano kayo like una nakakahanap ng car, nasasama sa community, paano kayo una nakakahanap ng magre-rent? And then how did you join this incubation? I believe this is still called UP Enterprise before So
Yes.
can you just continue the story after you started?
Yeah, so I have a lot of friends who have their own cars. So I asked
Start with
them,
your friends.
yeah. So baka gusto nyo magpa-rent ng kotse nyo, ganito yung strategy natin and ganito yung sharing. So Drive Manila only gets commission. So if they don't earn, we don't earn. So and there's no threat na maagawan namin sila ng bookings kasi nga we don't have our cars. So we started with inviting our friends to who have cars to enroll on board their cars and then start renting out. So dun kami nagsimula nung 2018. And currently, right now, we have more than 100 cars in our system.
Naubos yun ng December 1.
Bus yan.
Yung ano naman sir, paano kayo una nakahanap ng magre-rent?
The market itself is a very big market. We're actually talking about 20 billion or more
Actually,
peso market ng car rental in the Philippines, and it's growing at 10% every year. So the market is very, very large or very huge that we can take advantage of. So yun. Actually, I'm very thankful because in 2021 yata or 2022, so the OSP also helped me create those market studies together with Upscale. And then just last year, an individual who helped us from LaSalle, from the LSU, helped us also create better market studies and marketing strategies.
I remember about the market pala, no? Uso din yung mga when you fly to, for example, kung travel lang in the Philippines, maybe let's say Camiguin or let's say Cebu nga, or let's say Boracay, Palawan, uso yung mga nag-rent ng mga motor. Puro motor eh. But I mean, meron ding use cases for renting a car, ano. So parang posible din siya mangyari, ano, na in the future, maybe sa Drive Manila, whenever you go to any island nga, imbes na motor yung i-rent mo, kung baga family kayo, you can easily find a van or a car for you.
Yeah.
And I believe, like, about the market, so like in your research, sir, who are the market? I mean, why do they rent? For leisure ba? Or maybe meron bang mananghihirap for work maybe or for other?
Most of the time for leisure, talagang lakad siya. Pero meron din kaming mga clients na for business. And usually, instead of they getting a cab or TNBS, kapag marami silang lakad in one day, mas mura kasi lumalabas ang car rental eh. Kaysa mag-TNBS ka, maanim yung lakad mo, di ba? Lipat-lipat ka. Sobrang expensive yung gano'n.
Tsaka para sa mga team building.
Oo, yeah. Ganyan, mga kwatsa talaga.
Tsaka yung bilangan pala ng 24 hours. So kasi yung iba naman magre-rent ng 12 noon and then iba pa rin 12 noon. So ano siya, 24 hours siya.
24 hours talaga. You count the clock. Kasi yung iba, other car rental companies before, usually, kunyari mag-start kang 12 noon until 12 midnight, yun na yung one day nila eh, per day eh. So actually, during our study, it's a deal breaker.
Yes.
So,
Totoo naman.
so sabi namin, if ayaw yan ng tao, which I think is fair, dapat 24 hours is 24 hours.
Yes.
That's one day.
True. I also agree. Ayun, and then paano naman kayo, Sir Mike, napunta dito sa UP Enterprise? So, and then why did you, kumbaga, want to be incubated? And kamusta ang pagiging incubate dito? I believe your office is dito lang
Third
sa
floor.
taas.
Yeah.
So, kamusta naman itong sir, itong UP Enterprise and now I think rebranded into Upscale Innovation.
Yeah, we're very thankful for Doc Louie and the team of Upscale for incubating Drive Manila ever since I think around 2019 when we started our partnership here. So yun nga, because the Drive Manila is actually a family business. The incorporators are me, my wife, who is from Diliman naman. So that's why we selected Upscale kasi number one, nandito nga sa Diliman, tas we're both from UP. And yon. So far, it's very helpful when it comes to trainings. Sa Upscale kasi sometimes they invite speakers or trainers for specific topics. So very helpful siya sa mga startups. And also the office space. So we've been using the office here since we joined in 2019. So yun yung mga malalaking tulong talaga ng being incubated here in Upscale.
How about yung parang team pala? Kasi yung operations, kumbaga in the operations din. So, have you formed a team na working with you right now?
Yeah, so the team, everyone works from home. So hindi pa kami bumabalik ng face-to-face kasi since si UP naman full face-to-face this year lang eh.
Yes.
Last year naka-hybrid pa rin
Yes,
naman. So although that's in the talks right now if we're gonna do face-to-face, but right now the customer service are all doing work from home. So as they have devices naman, laptops that they use and they have internet, so they can support our clients. So currently right now ganun yung system namin. We are not mandating our employees to go back face to face office kasi it's working pa naman.
And going back dun sa question about the market research, how do you do the marketing right now? I mean, kasi ang laki ng market. Kumbaga pausbong itong thought of car rental. Pero how do you convince them na this is kumbaga an option for them? And how do you approach the people who are possible to rent cars?
So we have a marketing team naman. We do both Facebook and Google. So
Oh,
we're very focused on those two big niche. Although a lot of people are saying go TikTok na, but during the study kasi na ginawa last year ni DLSU, lumalabas talaga na majority pa rin talaga lalo na in the Philippines is Facebook user and then Google when it comes to searching. So we are just focusing our attention dun sa dalawang platform na yon for now. But in the future, siguro then we'll also diversify. So we have budget for that. But primarily, we're really looking forward sa mga sa international clients namin
yeah.
na mga balikbayan.
Ayun pala. So how do you reach them? How do you reach those balikbayans? Nasa ibang bansa sila eh.
Yeah, so secret.
Yes, okay.
Facebook targets.
Actually.
Yeah. So yan. Through Facebook targeting, if you know how to set up properly, you'll be able to reach them. And there are some more hacks like you need to know where they are.
Yes.
So you can actually get data from from other sources to pinpoint exactly where they are, what cities there are.
Yes, pero grabe ano, I mean this is your full-time job now kumbaga ano. So
Yeah.
grabe na rin na parang I mean it's also a manifestation na kumbaga may future dito sa business na ito no. Because somehow it can also bring livelihood to you.
Yes.
Challenges, Sir Mike. Ano yung parang pinaka-challenging so far in your 6 years na ano of Drive Manila? So ano yung parang medyo critical challenges na medyo nakaka-affect sa business and how are you parang battling these challenges?
I think the biggest na challenge before was the pandemic eh. Kasi it's like hard stop eh. Everything, we had like hundreds of bookings during those time. March 15 of 2020 when the lockdown happened eh. Eventually, canceled lahat. So, parang it was money in the bag na, tas biglang wala. And then, a lot of partner were really wondering, paano na to? Umaasa ako dun sa kita ko sa pagpaparehita sa sakyan. So I think that's the biggest challenge na hopefully sana hindi na maulit yung pandemic. The next couple of challenges would probably be the seasonality. Kasi yung we've experienced severe storms. Ano talaga eh, talagang apektado yung travel and leisure. Sobrang, syempre, hindi ka muna maglalakawat siya, di ba, pag may bagyo.
Tsaka baha.
So, at saka baha. So, yun. At saka kahit yung, nung summer, there were extreme heat.
Ay,
Diba?
sobra.
Umabot ng 50 yata, 50 degrees Celsius.
Sa Tugay ka raw sa
So
mga
parang ang sabi nila, magmo-mall na lang kami. Aircon pa. So instead of us going around, traveling. So yung climate is very greatly affects the
Yeah,
performance.
actually, very true. And yun din yung problem ng Pilipinas mismo. I mean, kasi these are very unfortunate and kumbaga unforeseen incidents na hindi naman lagi yung severe na bagyo, severe na init. I think this year medyo malas lang din tayo sa
Yeah.
climate issues ano. Pero ayun, it's true, it's very true na challenge yung seasonality kasi merong mga times na fully booked, may mga times na medyo down ano. So, but if ever no parang ang sarap isipan ng strategy on those down times, how do we make it work during those down times? But I guess it's another
Yeah.
time, another. But can I know about the vision pa of Drive Manila? I mean, kumbaga umaarang ka na sa Drive Manila now, pero ano ba yung gusto niyong gawin in the future? You're relaunching the app? Are you expanding? Are you getting more cars na kumbaga yung mga magpaparent ng cars nila? And so ano ba parang direction where you're leading si Drive Manila?
Yeah, so si Drive Manila continuously accept partners. So currently right now, so we have a lot of cars naman na, but wala pa kami ng mga bagong mga EV, electronic vehicles. Meron na kaming mga hybrids, but yung mga bagong labas na mga EVs wala pa. So kung meron kayo, join kayo sa amin para pagkakitaan natin yan at maparent natin. Also, the future plan is really expand all over the Philippines. Although we're just focusing muna dito sa Mega Manila, soon we will have drive in all of the major cities. And that's for sure. Because a lot of our partners right now are actually inquiring kung, hey, meron ba kayong sasakyan sa Bohol? Meron ba kayong sasakyan? Actually, from time to time, we're able to provide cars sa different provinces.
Yeah.
But we really haven't launched na malakihan dun sa mga provinces. So we'll have to wait it out until very stable na yung presence sa Metro Manila.
Yeah, so I mean, kailangan sustainable muna talaga yung business na in Luzon, ano?
Yes.
Bago kumbaga mag-establish ng Drive Bohol, Drive Cebu, Drive Palawan, Drive. Ayun, isang question na pala, Sir Mike, naisip ko lang ulit. So yung sa pricing na yun, di ko ako familiar masyado sa car rental eh. Yung sa pricing na yun, paano yung gas pala doon? Tsaka yung, maybe kunwari, kung may mangyari sa car, may battery problem, ganyan. So, paano yung usapan ng mga
So usually, dahil self-drive to, we only give you the keys. Bahala ka na dyan mag-drive. We give you a full tank of gas and you just need to return it kung ano yung magamit mo.
na full tank?
Full tank mo din pag sinoli mo.
Okay.
So, ganun yung usually na setup. And sa toll, bahala ka na sa toll gate.
Yes, yes.
Kasi may RFID naman lahat ng kotse. So, we usually leave the cards inside the car. Loadan mo na lang.
Babalik mo na rin natin load.
Hindi. Loadan mo na lang. Pag sumobra yung load mo, re-reimburse na lang natin yung super. Things like that. For damages, very minimal. But usually, the car owner and the renter usually just do settlements when it comes to damages.
Yeah, pero ayun, parang inis pala yung mga operations dito kasi medyo I'm interested and I believe many of our listeners parang ang ganda nga isipin na, for example, yung Balikbayan nga, na pagka Manila, wala ka nang isipin. Nag-book ka na kay Drive Manila, meron ka ng car to drive around and even to, di mo na kailangan magpasundo kasi ikaw yung maghahatid sa sarili mo.
Yeah.
And if ever nga in the future, ang saya isipin, lalo na sa mga travelers na may mga family na nagbabakasyon, so kung may Drive Bohol man or may Drive Cebu, paglabang doon, wala nang isipin kasi minsan problema pa yun eh.
Yeah.
Minsan pa ang mahal ng mga taxi, ganyan, tumataas yung presyo. So, if you book here, andyan na. And then, masaya ka na. You can go to the hotel and you can travel.
Correct.
So, ayun, grabe, thank you, Sir Mike, for sharing
Thank you
about
din.
Drive Manila and actually your story. So, ang ganda rin that we learned about yung kumbaga business journey ni Drive Manila na nagulat ako, this is actually your full-time pala, no? And it's working, kumbaga, no? So, Thank you, Sir Mike. And
Thank
if our
you. Thank you then.
listeners want to find out more information about Drive Manila, maybe ayun nga, they want to rent a car or maybe gusto nila magpa-rent ng car. So, can you give them more information? Where can they go? Facebook ulit?
Yeah, just visit our Facebook page. That's www.facebook.com/DriveManilaPH. So, yun lang. From there, we'll be able to support you with all your needs, whether you're a renter or you want to partner with us.
I'll also put those links below, and basically search nyo lang Drive Manila or go to the Facebook page na. So, thank you very much.
Thank you then, Johnny. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you very much to our 50 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. 1. CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Tuala, privacy-focused digital experience for sharing identity information across Web 2 and Web 3 ecosystems. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They are offering a referral program for anyone who can bring in new BPO clients. If you know any Western-based business that might have a need, let us know. Britanna, a cloud-based enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits the small and medium business budget. Fail Coach, business training, coaching, and consulting for startups and SMEs that are scaling or finding product market fit. Wonder Brand, next generation data science-driven brand strategy and design company for emerging markets. School Tech, all-in-one AI integrated school and learning management system for small and medium schools. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car sharing marketplace. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, the one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. And Space Cebu, global co-working space, private office, and meeting rooms for startups, digital nomads, and freelancers. Mamiki Super Pet App, the Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. MarketMind Local, a digital marketing company focused in helping small and medium businesses. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGU's real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Smile, consent-driven digital employment verification service to make smarter decisions faster. Divico Technologies, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Drive Manila, PH largest peer-to-peer car rental community. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talents and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. This episode is powered by Contact RFID Business Cards, Dohe Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Kazam, Codesham, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Founders Launchpad, Packetworks, Uplift Code Camp, Pareto Consulting, Agile Data Solutions, Hassel PH, Board Prep, Zales, Sirius MD, Pahatid PH. Please support the podcast through the links in the description.